Good morning, and welcome to not quite the Grand Canyon. Yeah, it's a little foggy. Look at that. So today's itinerary is very simple. Hike to the bottom of the canyon and hike back. On our way to a ooh-ah point. This is looking pretty ooh-ah as it is. Look at that. You can see all of the canyon, and then over here the little people's nest perched right on the edge. All those little specks down there are trees and bushes. We got a long way to go. Don't drink the canyon Kool-Aid. Yeah, you can see where the clouds obscure the top of the canyon. That's why we couldn't see anything up there. But down here, it is, oof, gotta watch my step. Down here, it is incredible. And we made it to Cedar Ridge, which I just heard actually has no cedars on it, but actually only junipers. Cool how that works. And now it's probably time for me to put on some shorts. Solar-powered bathrooms. While these views are gorgeous, these heights would have killed my father. Oh, look. Way up there. There's the solar-powered bathroom from earlier. Look at that big cattail looking thing. Man, after all that downhill, this flat section is starting to feel really nice on the joints. So I've heard some warnings that there might not be water available at the bottom of the canyon, which means I'm carrying a little over 3 liters with me, which is, not gonna lie, pretty bloody heavy going downhill. We'll see how it is going up. And the downhill is back. So this is the South Kaibab Trail. I'm gonna be taking this down for 7 total miles. And then, once I've touched the Colorado River, somewhere over there, I'll be taking the Bright Angel Trail all the way back. It's already a hell of a hike, and I'm not even a quarter of the way done. Found a pretty incredible view up here. Yeah, that's a lot of switchbacks. So, going over one of these humps, I just sprained my ankle a little bit, so I'm going to try to walk it off. But if I don't make it back up, it's because I'm dumb. There's a lot of different colors in the rocks down here. Purples, greens, reds. It's a whole rainbow. Whoever built these paved steps put all these rocks on a slight downward tilt, which means it's impossible to catch your footing anywhere, and you live in constant fear you're going to accidentally slide off that edge. Look at the color of this rock, though. It's so green. I'm stealing one. Getting lower. Look! Structures! I've made it to the tip-off. Come all that way. And somehow there's still mist up there on the top. Look at these eagle-sized crows. Wouldn't want to tangle with them. It's like a corvid turkey. Sun's out, hat's out. So this is basically all down already then. There's the bridge. Way down there. Got a long way to go. Here come some mules. Well, look what I found. It is the Colorado River. That's it. That's all of it. It doesn't go any further than that. Off to the bridge. Oh, thank God. It's a dark hole. That was a hell of a hike. My knees are torn to bits. All right, so over there is the Bright Angel Bridge. We're gonna cross a small amount of trail on that side, head to that bridge, and then up. But first, I want to touch the water. So that's the Kaibab Trail Suspension Bridge. It was built in 1928, and it was the only bridge over the Colorado between Moab, Utah, and Needles in California. A 700-something mile span. Well, seeing how hard it was to get down here, and how hard I'm thinking it'll be to get back up, I can see why they built other ones. And look down here. A pueblo. A few houses, and what looks like a kiva. So they made the trek. Wonder how often they went up to the top. Welcome to the Bright Angel Campground. Time for some water and a snack. And there's the Bright Angel Bridge. Crossing back over the Colorado, up the Bright Angel Trail. It's crazy to think that that wall is just the first leg of the ascent. This is going to be a long afternoon. You know what? I'm just realizing I haven't had any coffee today. No wonder that water looks so appetizing. Let's go. So it looks like a lot of Bright Angel Trail at the beginning is just running parallel to the river along the canyon wall. On the plus side, I get to look at these pretty rainbow rocks. So that sun is starting to get pretty hot, which means that when I come across an overhang with some shade, I'm gonna pause for a second. I see why they say don't hike this between 10 and 3 or whatever, because I can only imagine being on that side, scorching the entire way. Temperature here has to be about 90, which is a good 20 degrees hotter than it is on top of the canyon. Yeah, it's just this oven of baking dark rock. Isn't there some kind of way that I can just like get in the river and that'll flow up? Yeah, that sounds cool. Well, onward and literally upward. Look at this pleasant little creek. I bet this is the tastiest water. Oh yeah. Up we go. Honestly, the ominous hole in the wall over there is looking pretty appealing. Let the switchbacks begin. Whew, that is a long way down already. So I left the rim at 6:30ish this morning. Hit the bottom at 10:10. Started coming back up at 10:20, and now it is 11:45. So starting to hit the hottest part of the day pretty soon. and I can feel it. Sort of a race out of that 90-degree oven down there. So, yeah, making pretty good time. Because I gotta. So I'd love to stop here at this shady corner and rest, but it is fouled with tons of mule pucky. Here's where the creek comes down. So if you're wondering why I didn't just wait out this hot period down by the cool water and then start hiking at, say, 3, it's because I know that since it took almost 4 hours to get down, it's going to take almost 8 hours to get up, and sunset here is at 6 p.m. So hiking around after sunset, surrounded by 1,000-foot cliffs, just feels like a risky idea at best. So, hike through the heat it is. I have found an appropriate rest spot. Yeah, my feet are pretty tired. I've gone 30,000 steps today. It's been a bit. And I got probably a good 10,000-15,000 more to go. But at the very least, I get to rest and enjoy this wonderful view. It's like mountains underground. And with that, I'm up out of the gorge proper. And in the full light of the sun. It is cooler up here. A lot more open. So I'd love to see a little bit better map of the elevation that these different layers are at. Because this feels like I've covered about half the height difference. Or at least that's how it felt when I came down. Look at you. A little cliff squirrel. You're barely afraid of me at all, aren't you? That's okay. Even if I were that hungry, I don't know if I'd have the energy to catch him. And look, it's the elusive silver that the pioneers were looking for out here. It's just right here along the trail. I don't know how they missed it. See him? Well, isn't that a big, pretty tree? Surrounded by cliffs again. But these look like the next layer up. When I hit the tops of these guys, I'll be doing pretty well. In the meantime, I'm just going to enjoy this extremely lush, beautiful trail. Warning: hiking to the Colorado River and back in one day is not recommended. Well, a little late for that now. So after a 20-minute rest stop here at Indian Garden Campground, it's time to do the last 4.5 miles up the cliffs. It is 12:54. A lot less shade on this stretch. All right, final challenge. Climb that. That looks like the 3-mile rest house. Woo! All right, 3 miles left to go. And it's almost entirely switchbacks. Almost there, it seems. Definitely done more than half. As I get higher, more rarefied air is making it harder to breathe. Definitely slowing me down a little. So here's the 1.5 mile rest house. And righty here, starting to cramp. So it might be time to whip out the horse shots. Here goes. Look at this pale, fat squirrel who is not afraid of anybody. Last stretch up that wall. Let's go. Look at that. Approaching the mother of all switchbacks. Made it to the top of the Devil's Switchbacks. Oh my Lord. My legs are burning and I'm in the shade. Oh, there's some trees. That's a good sign. Up there, I see it. The trailhead for Bright Angel. Victory! I can see both the other rest houses. They're specks. Trailhead sighted. 15 miles, 44,000 steps, and a mile of elevation gain. Rim to river to rim.
And also they weren't in like good shape. They were like...
So it's 3:44. I made it to the top of the rim. My feet are dead and I am starving. I think it's time to eat an absolute pile of food. The silver lining.